let's talk about the Hawks because I have a unique theory about that ties everything together. The Hawks also have made some big trades here. We had a guy who was six man of the year candidate, DeAndre Hunter. We drafted at number 4, and he was traded for Caris Levert, George Niang, 3 seconds, and 2 first round pick swaps that are very complicated because they're from the I think Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert trade, so they involve Utah too. And it like we got to be better than both of those teams or worse than both of those teams in order for the swaps to work. So we had that trade number 1, and I'm going to talk about both trades because to me it's all one big trade. We also traded Bogi and the 3 second round picks from the DeAndre trade for Terrance Mann and Bones Highland. Bones Highland has subsequently been waived. He never made it to Atlanta. No welcome, no what's up. He ain't gonna be there. Now, I have seen that Terrance Mann has been a guy who's been on the Atlanta Hawks radar for a very long time. And I guess let's start with the guys who left. Hunter and Bogi. How you feel about it?
I understand now that I had time to sit and think. I understand that you replaced 2 players with 3 players. So from a productivity standpoint, you may not lose as much as you thought. It sucked because you had Hunter under contract, but you also created a lot of wiggle room because everybody you brought in is under a expiring. Also,
no, Terrance Mann is 3 years.
I'm sorry,
He's
Terrance Mann is cheap, yeah. But the people, everybody like Caris Levert's expiring. Larry Nance, I believe, is expiring.
Niang, I think we got for 2 years, but he's only like 10.
Well, fuck you. I don't like Niang. I don't like him. I never liked him. I've never liked him on any other team. I've said he's the weakness for every other team. He came in his first game and hit 4 3-pointers. Cool story. But I don't care. I still don't think that's a good trade. But it is what it is. But I get it. You're now created a bunch of cap room next year to go get somebody. So I give the
bodies.
I give the trade as a total probably a B-. It hurt at first because Hunter was playing so well. I don't like how low we sold him for. Not pause, but that, no slavery. I don't like how we traded him for nothing. Hey, man, Dennis Schroeder already told y'all what it was. He said that. They traded 4 times in a day.
That boy saw every plantation after that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? All right. Get up. But I don't. Bogi, we knew Bogi was gone. What pissed me off about this whole trade scenario is you sat Clint Capela. We were on a 9. We were 1-8. We sat Bogi. We sat Clint Capela. And we didn't trade Clint. I get that you didn't trade Clint because of the contract and you may not get anything better. And they like Okongwu. But at this point, I would have liked to see us maybe go get somebody else, somebody better, or make a bigger play. This is, again, I'll wait till the offseason to see what we do because this is an offseason trade. This ain't a trade for the season. So it's difficult for me to say I like it or not. I don't like it because we lost DeAndre Hunter, who was finally playing well. Bogey's long in the tooth. Knee ain't never. He been getting different platelets and stem cells and
he only play good when he playing in Serbia. When he get over there with the Serbs,
he be cooking.
Then he came. So, couple things with me. Going into the season, DeAndre Hunter was untradeable. Could not be traded. Contract mostly valued as a negative. I actually scoured Twitter for hours afterwards. And what I saw and I really thought about kind of resonated to me was if we could have made this trade for DeAndre Hunter at the beginning of the season, we would have done it immediately. Hands down. easily, no question for it. Now, I see what Quinn is trying to do. And I know you don't love Niang. Niang is an elite shooter.
No, he's not.
He is like he is basically like a 37, 38, 40% shooter from three. And he's a Quinn Snyder guy. He is a guy who's been with Quinn before. So that part. Caris Levert, we've committed to not having a backup point guard for whatever reason. Caris Levert has a long wingspan. He is an actual on-ball defender. As much as we love Hunter, Hunter never really got. He was never the defender we wanted him to be. And the reason I can say that confidently is because once we saw Dyson Daniels, it was like, oh, this is what we expected out of Hunter, and we never got it.
Dyson Daniels is a defensive player of the year candidate.
Right. But Dyson Daniels he's only been that in Atlanta. He was not a deep. Dyson Daniels, respectfully, wasn't shit in New Orleans.
Yeah, he couldn't get. I mean, for his position, he couldn't get on the court.
And I know, like, we drafted Hunter at 4. He's been with the team for a long time. But harsh reality is Dyson and Risch popped right in and took Hunter's spot.
Well, that's what it was. Risch is a better is a better fit, which is why that made him expendable.
Like Hunter was on the bench because we could put Risch in, and Risch could cook. Hunter doesn't really start in your he doesn't fit in your starting five. And I think that what we've been able to do is basically find the same production we got out of DeAndre Hunter in two guys. So we got more depth, and we haven't gotten any worse. That's the thing that I think that kind of is the knee-jerk reaction of everybody is, oh, because, people got in my DMs, y'all are tanking. No, this team is just as good as it was pre-trade, post-trade, for less money. And if you're telling me we're going to be the same level and it's cheaper, then yeah, it makes sense.
Well, like I said, I reserve my judgment for the offseason. If you did all of this and then do something stupid, remember, we already traded away our picks. So if you do all of this and you can't really sign anybody, then this makes no sense to me.
Well, that's the other part. I don't think that anybody was interested in trading for Clint because it didn't make any sense. I can tell that Clint is not in your game plan long term, and I'm not trade. What would I give you when I know that he's going to walk here in a little bit?
The Lakers would have taken him.
Okay, right. I'm not giving him to the Lakers. You want to know why? Because they have our draft pick. I'm not helping them.
Oh yeah,
that's the reason. That's the reason that I don't think that he'll be bought out. No, because if we buy him out, because you're right. For the last week, we've been like, all right, why isn't he playing? Personal reasons. Tonight, they played a game and they started Muhammad Gay. Why not play?
Doesn't look that bad.
Hold up, I'm getting there. But you can't buy Clint out because the Lakers are going to be like, yes. And if you get Clint to the Lakers, all bets is off.
OV.
So Clint has to sit there for the rest of the season, and I'm sure they probably had the conversation, bro, we're not buying you out because you're going to LA. Which should be it is the rightest decision to make. So we're going to ask you to sit here and be a good teammate for the rest of the season. I can't buy you out because if I buy you out, I'm literally shooting myself in the foot because my draft pick will go to shit. So he just got to sit there for the rest of the season. Now, the one thing that we've done, which we historically have not done, is we're playing our G League guys. And the G League guys are playing well. Plowden plays well. Muhammad Gay plays well. Keaton Wallace plays well. We were able to kind of develop some of the guys who we got to see and need answers for. and not get any worse and create
But
money.
we still didn't address the backup point guard position. We did all of that, and we still don't have a backup
Caris
point
Levert.
guard.
Caris Levert.
It's not addressing the position. Not in my eyes. It's not addressing.
No, not like you would have wanted, but what you get from Niang and Caris Levert is like you're gonna have guys who can pass the ball. That's the two thing. That's the one thing that both. Yes, those guys are passers of the ball. If you put them on the floor with, which they're going to be on the floor with V, they're going to be on the floor with. Well, it was Larry Nance Jr. until I'm gonna tell you that injury did not look great for Larry Nance Jr. Knee and ankle just went to shit, and then Veet fell on his back. We had a rough 60 seconds, but Quinn wants guys who can do 2 out of 3 things at one time. Can they dribble? Can they shoot? Can they pass? Niang is a better passer. Caris Levert is a better dribbler and passer than Hunter. And I think he's probably a better on-ball defender than Hunter.
Who?
Caris.
We'll see. He beat this.
Hunter is going to play good defense, but he's going to play in his position. And I think that Cleveland,
he literally just got a Wemby 2 days ago and had a good game.
Right. But what I think with Hunter is Cleveland's going to put him in the starting lineup and he's going to be regular because that's not where he can be the most beneficial. He was on the bench and flourishing on the bench because he needs to be in a place where all he does is shoot the ball and get to the basket because he ain't going to pass the ball. He ain't going to be able to do that in Cleveland. Mitchell needs the ball. Garland needs the ball. Then you think that you would give the ball to Evan Mobley before you gave it to Hunter. So he's a fourth option. He's back to what we had him doing, standing in the corner, shooting threes.
Yeah. But we beat this like a dead horse. We've gone over the same. It remains to be seen what happens.
Until next time. What should they do? Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, boy.